No.
Seriously, how do you break it?
It's a good question. The first thing you need to do is identify it, because when I say this, a lot of people try and pretend it isn't true. If you watch the movie The Matrix, I really think it's like a prophecy to some degree.
The latest one stinks.
I haven't even watched it, because they'll ruin it. Like they ruin everything else.
Yeah.
But if you watch the first one, he says it. The people who are dependent on the system will fight and defend the system. So if you're still dependent, if you still believe in these things, you're never going to break free. It's actually a miracle if you think about it. It's a miracle that, let's look at the educational system, that the educational system functions. They have convinced people to spend 50, 60, 70, 100,000 pounds to go to university, get in debt, to learn business from a dude who's never had a business with no money. What the fuck are you doing? Like, have you lost your mind? It's bullshit. And everyone knows it's bullshit. And they've done it because they've managed to get the educational system to operate inside of a vacuum. They've managed to link the loan with the educational system, so it's a vacuum, and it can't be compared fairly to any other service. So if you look at a candy bar, right? That candy bar has to be competitive on price because you can buy any candy bar. But when it comes to education, you can only access the money if you go to university. You can't compare that money if you were to invest it in cryptocurrency or start your own business or invest it in some kind of particular training for some particular trade or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You could only go university with that money, which devalues the money and devalues the education. If you were to take 50 grand, if you were to give everybody 50 grand and say you can do whatever you want with this 50 grand, you can buy Bitcoin, for example.
No one's going uni with that.
Yeah. Who's going to choose uni?
Going,
They can't compete. They can't compete on an open marketplace, right? So they operate inside of a vacuum, and then they convince people to go to these schools. They get you in debt early because that's what they want. Now you have to get a job. You have to get a 9 to 5. You have to keep paying it off. So the first thing you need to do is to understand that the whole system's rigged and you've been fucked from the beginning. That's the first thing. And the second thing...
That's a tough one to swallow.
No, it is. It is. No, but it is. But it's absolutely...
I get it. I get what you're saying.
It's true, right? And even things as simple, like I'll go far deep down the rabbit hole, right? Because I got a few requests to do podcasts with some big millionaire property guys.
Yeah.
And I'm not a property guy. I don't like property. And they said, why are you not big on property? It's the easiest way to build wealth and blah, blah, this shit. And I said, listen, you still believe, you're still inside the matrix when you own a house because you believe in ownership. I don't believe in house ownership because I don't believe you own anything.